Have you ever felt that gut punch when bad news hits your team out of nowhere? That's exactly what just happened to the Ravens. Bilhal Kone, our promising rookie cornerback, just suffered a serious knee injury, one that could end his season. And believe me, this shakes everyone who follows the team closely. This is a big deal, and the consequences could be huge. But hold up, there's a lot more to this story. What exactly happened? How will it impact the team? And what's next for the Ravens? Stick around till the end, because I'm breaking it all down for you. This could be a game changer for the season, and you won't want to miss a single detail. Picture this. You just earned your spot on a major team, pumped and ready to prove yourself, and in the very first preseason game, the worst happens. That's what Bilhal Kone faced. During the debut against the Colts, he suffered a major knee injury, a torn ligament, according to Coach John Harbaugh. Unfortunately, this likely means his entire 2025 season is over. The injury was brutal. Late in the first quarter, while defending a pass in the end zone, Kone landed awkwardly, grabbed his leg immediately, and had to be carted off the field with his leg immobilized. Imagine the frustration, being ready to start your career and having it all halted so soon. For any player, especially a rookie, an injury like this is a massive challenge. Not just physically, but mentally too. And this hits the Ravens hard. Kone was a key piece to strengthen the secondary, especially as a draft pick with real potential. Losing a fresh talent like him shakes up the strategy and forces the team to rethink their options in the backfield. His road to recovery will be slow, demanding patience and full focus for a strong comeback. Speaking of how Kone got here, that one play that changed everything happened late in the first quarter of the preseason. Kone was locked in, defending a pass in the end zone against the Colts, a critical moment in the game. Suddenly, while trying to position himself to break up the catch, he fell awkwardly and felt immediate pain in his knee. Every player fears this moment, and Kone was no different. He couldn't get up and immediately grabbed his left leg. The medical team rushed and stabilized it with a vacuum splint, a device that helps keep the joint steady to avoid further damage. It was a tough scene, the young player being carried off on a stretcher, and the fans already feeling the weight of the news. Anyone watching knew this was no ordinary injury. This is where the harsh reality of pro sports hits hard. One moment, 1 second, and everything can change for a player just starting his journey. Kone's injury leaves a big hole in the roster, and now the Ravens have to act fast to adjust their defense. But before we dive into that impact, let's take a look at how he ended up in Baltimore. Losing a promising rookie like Bilhal Kone right at the start of the season is a major blow for any team, and the Ravens feel it deeply. They counted on Kone to add depth and versatility to their secondary, whether rotating in as a starter or making crucial contributions on special teams. Those units are vital for controlling field position and momentum. Now, with him out, Coach Harbaugh and his staff have to scramble and rethink their entire defensive game plan. But it's not just about the X's and O's. Kone brought a spark of energy and hunger that every young player carries, something that can lift the whole locker room. Losing that kind of presence affects the team's chemistry and morale, especially early in the season when everyone is trying to find their rhythm. The player stepping in to fill his role will face pressure to perform at a high level immediately, and any slip-ups could have serious consequences in the tight NFL schedule. This sudden setback forces the Ravens to look inward, developing players on the practice squad or bench, or perhaps eyeing the trade market for reinforcements. It's a harsh reminder of how fragile NFL rosters can be, and how one injury can ripple through the team's entire strategy. The big question now is, who will step up to fill the void, and can the Ravens keep their defense sharp despite this challenge? And speaking of challenges, let's take a look at how Kone even ended up in Baltimore.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video. But before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.
Bilhal Kone's journey to the Ravens wasn't a random fluke. It was a carefully considered move by the front office. Selected in the 6th round of the 2025 NFL Draft with the 178th overall pick, Kone was part of a strategic trade with the Tennessee Titans that showed the Ravens' faith in his potential. Although he wasn't a headline-grabbing first-round pick, Baltimore scouts saw something special, a player with the tools and mindset to grow into a reliable contributor. The Ravens have a history of betting on players like Kone, young athletes with upside who fit their tough, aggressive defensive philosophy. His blend of solid football IQ, athleticism, and college production made him an ideal fit for their system. Baltimore's development programs are known for turning late-round picks into impact players, and Kone was on track to follow that path. Unfortunately, football is unpredictable, and now his debut season will have to wait. But this setback doesn't erase the potential the team saw in him. The hope is that with proper rehab and time, Kone can come back stronger and prove that the Ravens' gamble was worth it. Before we dive deeper into that potential, it's worth remembering just how he stood out in college. Before making it to the NFL, Bilhal Kone made waves at Western Michigan, where he established himself as a complete defensive back. In his final college season, Kone wasn't just a guy breaking up passes. He was also a force against the run, showing toughness and versatility that coaches love. His stats back it up. 70 tackles, 9 pass breakups, and an interception. Solid numbers that put scouts on alert. Kone's game was marked by a high football IQ and the ability to read plays quickly, traits that often set apart good players from great ones. He showed resilience, speed, and physicality, the kind of all-around skills that the Ravens prize in their defensive backs. While he didn't get the spotlight of a first-rounder, those who watched closely knew he had the tools to develop into a difference-maker. That's why Baltimore took a chance on him, believing in a capacity to grow under the right coaching and make an impact in the NFL. Now, his biggest challenge isn't the opponent on the field, but the rehab and mental grind ahead. The injury is a tough hurdle, but Kone's story is far from over. His college success was just the opening chapter, and the future could hold some exciting pages yet to come. Bilhal Kone's injury is a tough hit for the Ravens and will demand a lot of strength from the team moving forward. The season changes drastically without him, but we know the team's fighting spirit and unity are bigger than any setback. Now, it's up to the players on the field to step up and rise to this challenge. Bilhal still has a long road ahead, and everyone's rooting for a full recovery and a strong comeback. Meanwhile, the team will need to reinvent itself and find new ways to keep the defense solid and competitive. And you, fan, how do you think the team will handle this loss? Can the Ravens bounce back? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's follow the season together. It's shaping up to be one full of drama and excitement.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself. See you there, and until the next video, go Flock.